Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today, we will conclude our special three-part Rocky Jones Space Ranger mission, as Rocky must try to broker a peace between two warring planets. Stand by for action as Rocky Jones triumphs in Rocky's Odyssey Part III.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In Rocky's Odyssey, Chapter 3.
You know, it's funny, Rocky. People like Bavaro and Torvac think they have to fight each other to exist. But you get them together, talk sense, and they find out that peace and helping each other is the answer.
Goodbye, Bavaro. Torvac.
Why don't you and Cleolanda sit down for a nice, quiet little chat?
I tried that once, Winky. Remember? Alert.
Alert, learn this. Destination Earth, secure for blastoff.
Destination Earth. Best words I've heard in a long time.
All set?
All set, Skipper.
This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky...
While Rocky Jones was alive, he was no one's puppet. But now I work the strings which control his voice.
We're in the Space Ranger's communication band now, Cleolanta.
Whenever you're ready, Atlasan.
XV2 attempting space station pickup. Can you hear me? Orbit Jet, the XV2 calling. Come in. Orbit Jet to space station. Can you hear me? Come in.
Rocky! Rocky, you made it. You're alive.
Good to be back. Sorry to cause concern, but today was the first time I could communicate.
Well, you made it, Rocky. That's the only thing that matters. How are the others?
Vita, Professor Newton, Winky, and Bobby are all fine.
Do you need help getting in, Rocky?
I'm not coming in right now, but please arrange a voice relay to Earth.
Of course, Rocky.
And give me a clearance at 1400. I have a message for Secretary Drake. I want to deliver it in my own voice.
Sure, Rocky. And will Drake be glad to hear it? Over until 1400.
Over.
Well, Mr. Secretary, your fondness for the late Rocky Jones is going to lead you into a trap which will entangle all the united worlds of the solar system.
Why must the hands of the clock move so slowly? Won't 1400 ever get here? To think that I shall soon hear Rocky's voice and see his face again. I knew he'd be back. When will it be 1400?
Dina, Professor, Bobby, come forward, please. We're nearing the Space Ranger communication band.
I have the tune-in signal. We should hear something now. This is Rocky Jones in the orbit jet. Come in.
Goodness gracious!
Rocky, who? What is that?
XV2 to Space Station OW9. Are you ready with my relay? Come in.
Higgins on OW9. Ready, Mr. Secretary. Go ahead, Rocky.
Hello, Mr. Secretary. Sorry for the anxiety I've caused, but we couldn't communicate.
Rocky, it's wonderful to hear your voice. Where have you been?
We were trapped by the escape velocity of Sagitt's third moon.
Sagada? We've never even been to Sagada. Rocky, what's going on?
Rocky, we'd all given up hope of your return. My best to your crew. Higgins tells me they're all safe.
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
When will you be back?
Mr. Secretary, with your permission, I would like to alter course and head for Angkor.
Angkor, Rocky.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. And I urgently request that you meet me there as soon as possible. It's a trap. Mr. Secretary, can you hear me? This is Rocky Jones. Can you hear me? Come in. Higgins on the OW9. Can you hear me? Come in. We can't reach them.
But Rocky, I prefer that you return to Earth. We'll discuss the matter and, if advisable, leave together.
But, Mr. Secretary, Angkor is holding an election to decide whether to join United Worlds or the Ophesians. Cleolanta will surely be there, and we'll be too late.
Very well, Rocky. I'll make immediate plans to leave. Goodbye, Rocky, until we meet on Angkor.
Goodbye, sir.
And Higgins, I'll refuel on the OW9, and you'll take command of the spaceship on the flight to Angkor.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Over and out.
Out, Mr. Secretary.
Well, who is it, Rocky? Who is talking to Secretary Drake?
Cleolanta?
Undoubtedly.
But Rocky, that was your voice.
Partly. They had a recording of my voice, and then mechanically altered another voice to match it. All right, we're underway. We'll get into communication, reach the OW9 as soon as possible, and expose all this.
Aye, aye, sir.
Goodness gracious!
An infernal meteor.
Quick, Winky. Try to shake it off before the heat spreads.
Yes, sir.
Seal off the control and navigation sections, Winky, and no one is to leave. The meteor struck pretty far back, so the fire doors should hold.
Yes, sir. Where are you going?
Out the escape hatch.
But Rocky, if the cron steel of the orbit jet can't stand the heat, what's going to happen to a spacesuit?
Boy, Rocky, fight fire with fire.
We can't even pick up the space station signal. Rolling over, trying to shake off the meteor, we're completely out of communication.
And Secretary Drake?
He'll be on the moon Angkor long before our words can reach him.
That's rough, hot work, Rocky. With plenty of hours involved before we can get moving.
Take a rest, Winky. It's my turn.
Oh, but you just got out of there.
Oh, Rocky. What can we do now? How can we ever rescue Secretary Drake? The Ophesians will surely be in control of Anchor Paw.
Bobby will brief you on future orders.
Bobby?
I'm going to brief you on future orders?
The book you're studying, Bobby, the Odyssey.
Oh, sure. Vina, Winky, Professor Newton, we'll all become beggars, and so will Rocky.
Beggars?
Well, goodness gracious.
Ulysses was in a spot just like this. When he got back home, his kingdom was overthrown because folks thought he was dead. In order to find out what was going on and how to stop it, he dressed up like a beggar.
Do you get it, Winky?
No. Maybe I better read that book.
Mr. Secretary, destination Anchor Paw is directly ahead. I can now request landing permission.
Please do, Higgins, immediately. And find out if Rocky Jones has landed as yet.
Yes, sir.
Space Ranger ship XV-7 requesting landing time. Come in, Anchor Paw Control.
Moon Anchor Paw to the XV-7. This is La Volga, elected potentate of Anchor Paw. We'll bring you into the subterranean spaceship dock.
Yes, sir. And please, sir, has Rocky Jones landed yet?
Several days ago. He's impatiently awaiting the arrival of Secretary Drake.
We'll be right in, sir. Over to Anchor Paw.
Over and out.
Yes,
Vena, please, may I see Rocky?
certainly.
I have wonderful news for Rocky, Vena.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Oh, Rocky, it is La Volga.
Hello, Volga. Secretary Drake has just requested landing clearance.
Fine, be glad to see the old boy.
We've all been anxious for this moment, La Volga. So if you will excuse us, we will get ready to meet him.
Of course, Vena. Goodbye, Rocky.
Goodbye, La Volga.
It is never, oh boy. I warned you to refer to Drake with respect.
Oh, Cleolanda, what's the matter?
I am Vina. And don't make the mistake again, Rocky.
All right. How do you expect to handle Secretary Drake?
After staring at this for a while, Secretary Drake will address the universe with words of my choosing.
Poor beggar boy. You sure did a good job, Vina. When will your costume be ready?
Well, I'm almost finished, Bobby.
Goodness gracious, Vina, you can't expect me to wear this.
You know the saying, Professor Newton, and Rocky agrees. Sometimes a good disguise is better than a suit of armor. Come on, let's go show Rocky. Poor beggar boy.
Oh, Bobby.
Now, Rocky, look. Just look at this.
Anchor Paw is on all frequencies.
This is a proud moment in the history of Anchor Paw. Secretary Drake is now in ellipse, and Rocky Jones, who is already in our underground city, has announced that they will both speak to the universe later today.
Yes, this is Cleolanda's work, all right. She'll use my voice and give Drake the hypnotic treatment to force him to say whatever she wants.
Well, we got a long, hard trip ahead of us, Rocky.
And Rocky, once we're there, will they allow us to land?
I believe so, Vina. I understand the city's more like a bazaar than anything else. Anyone is welcome to trade or buy.
Ankapor Control to Space Ranger Ship XV-7. We have you under control. Landing time is now instantaneous. +5, +4, +3, +2. Here you are, Mr. Secretary. I'll arrange quarters for Higgins, your Space Ranger, and come back.
Thank you, Lavolga.
Yes?
Vina, it is Secretary Drake.
Please, Mr. Secretary, come in.
Oh, Vina, it is so good to... Why, who are you?
Cleolata, Mr. Secretary.
And Rocky Jones?
Hiya, boss man.
Anderson, no! Sorry, Mr. Secretary, but we fight for different beliefs.
And fight in different ways. Then Rocky Jones isn't alive?
No, Mr. Secretary. You expected the impossible. Bring him over here.
I've been talking to Rocky Jones for years over the astrophone, but I've never seen him. Can't you fix it up for us to get together?
When you spoke with Secretary Drake, what did he say?
I can't understand him. He didn't talk like himself. It was a very strange thing. I saw this guy.
Arms!
Sure, I can understand Vina being busy. The big confab coming up, but why can't I meet Bobby and Professor Newton?
Arms!
Bobby, Professor Newton. There was no one with Rocky Jones except Vina and a Space Ranger.
That must have been Winky.
Yes, that's the name.
But what happened to Bobby and the Professor?
Arms!
No doubt about it, Rocky. That's Higgins. And he was saying that Secretary Drake didn't act like himself.
Cleolata's work.
All right, bigger boy. On your way.
Pennies for a dancing girl? Pennies? Pennies for a dancing girl?
Bobby's sure that Space Ranger with the Lavolga is Higgins. Bring him to the alley. Tell him who you are if necessary, but be sure no one overhears you.
After the meeting, you and your friends will be all together. See my city and enjoy yourself.
Pennies? Pennies? Pennies for a dancing girl?
I'm sorry, sister. I've got things on my mind.
Higgins, you must listen.
Who knows my name way out here in Ankapor?
I'm Vina. You must recognize my voice from astrophone. We've talked a dozen times.
Vina? Well, for it. Are you sure you're Vina? Vina from the orbit jet, I mean? Hey, what is this? Higgins, listen to me.
Yes, Higgins, what's I doing?
Oh, so it's Vina again. Now go ahead, tell me you're Winky.
Yeah.
And I suppose you're Rocky Jones.
That's right.
Up there. Secretary Drake spoke to me from that opening.
Give me a boost, Winky.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. Rocky Jones will speak, and then you will confirm his words. The entire universe is standing by to hear you both. Atlasan, put Rocky Jones's speech in the voice conveyor. Perhaps you'd like to listen to a rehearsal, Mr. Secretary.
Fellow people of the United Worlds, this is Space Ranger Rocky Jones. In one moment, Secretary Drake will speak and confirm my belief that many planets and moons governed by United Worlds truly belong to the Ephesians, and that they...
No! Rocky would never say a thing like that.
Take him in there. He must be ready to broadcast my message. For the opening address. We are ready.
Yes, Cleolana.
Atlasan, go in the other room and operate Rocky's voice. You may come back in for a bow afterwards. Please, La Volga. We're on a 5 count.
This is a proud moment for me, Vina. This is La Volga, elected potentate of the free moon Ankapor. Secretary Drake and Space Ranger Rocky Jones have seen fit to visit my neutral moon and make a declaration. The next voice you hear will be that of Rocky Jones.
Fellow people of the United Worlds, this is Space Ranger Rocky Jones. At this moment, Secretary Drake cannot speak. But when he can, he will announce a hoax which was perpetrated on La Volga, the fine leader of Ankapor, and a hoax which could have done great harm to the United Worlds of the solar system.
Rocky Jones.
Rocky, I said it. I knew it. That you'd be back.
Well, Bobby, I guess that just about ends our little Odyssey. That is, unless there's something else in the book.
That's all. Things got straightened out back in Ithaca like they have on Ankapor with the United Worlds. And Rocky's got Ulysses beat 1,000 ways.
Oh, Bobby.
How's that, Bobby? I thought you always stuck up for that guy, Ulysses.
Well, you know the way our trip has sort of been like the Odyssey?
Yeah, go on.
I didn't want to say this before because I didn't want to worry you. But in the Odyssey, Ulysses was the only one who got back home alive. His whole crew was lost.
Goodness gracious.
Well done, Well, Star Cadets, the first phase of our mission was a rousing success. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment.
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our mission. Our intrepid explorer in time and space, Captain U.F.O, encounters a mysterious alien spacecraft with unknown intentions. Stand by for action as Captain U.F.O has an adventure in space.
Explorer in time and space. Somewhere in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and his associates experiment in time and space to learn from the past, to plan for the future.
Contact has been established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by. Tetro. Yes, sir. Get up here. Fast. Right. What's up, Captain?
I don't know. Listen to this. I picked it up on the receiver about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Oh, you got me. Sounds like some sort of code or power signal.
Yeah. Or both.
That's probably just a ham radio operator somewhere who doesn't know what he's doing.
No. This signal is coming in on one of the outer space bands.
Outer space bands?
4th level.
Jumping triodes. Well, then you mean someone on another planet is trying to contact Earth?
I don't know. Our signal has been going out on the same band for the last minute and a half. But as yet, there's no indication that it's being picked up.
But why would anyone beam a signal at Earth and not acknowledge a return signal?
I don't think this signal is beamed at Earth. We just happen to have a receiver powerful enough to pick it up. See if you can get a fix on the source of power.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Stopped. Were you able to get anything?
No. Cut off before I could get set up. Captain.
Yes?
If that signal isn't intended for the planet Earth, then where is it intended for?
Got me. There it is again. 30 minutes. 10 seconds north.
Did you get a fix on it?
No. But it's coming in from the direction of the planet Venus.
Venus?
Right.
Well, then where are the signals going and who's picking them up?
Got me. Unless there's a spaceship out there somewhere. Radar alarm.
You're right, Captain. There is a spaceship out there. Way out. But it's coming in fast.
Yeah.
Do you suppose suppose it could be another saucer?
Could be.
Shall I launch a guided missile and blast it?
No.
But, Captain, they haven't answered our signal. Maybe this thing is trying to sneak up on us.
Earth to spaceship. Earth to spaceship. Come in, spaceship. Over.
We can't afford to take any chances, Captain. Let me blast this thing out of the universe and be done with it.
Earth to spaceship. Earth to spaceship. Come in, spaceship. Over.
Captain, what's up?
Earth to spaceship. Earth to spaceship. Come in,
What's
spaceship.
going on, Tetro?
Over.
Saucer-type ship approaching from outer space.
Earth to spaceship.
It's coming in fast, Captain.
Spaceship.
It's only a couple of
Come in,
thousand miles
spaceship.
out now.
Over.
Criminy.
Activate the view screen, Jet.
Yes, sir.
2,000 miles. At 1 o'clock. 52 north.
No answer.
We'd better launch a guided missile, Captain, before it's too late.
No. Don't forget, this ship could contain a friend as well as an enemy.
Friend? Then why doesn't he answer your call?
Maybe his transmitter's out of commission. Maybe he doesn't understand us.
There it is, Captain. And it's a saucer, all right.
Yeah. It's heading right for us. We better blast it, Captain, before it gets close enough to blast us.
No. We're not firing on that saucer unless it fires on us first.
But, Captain, this is no time to be noble.
And it's no time to lose our heads. We haven't the slightest proof that saucer intends to blast anything. How do we know the crew of that ship aren't space explorers just as we are, only a little farther advanced? How would you react if you were approaching Venus in our ship and they fired on you?
Well,
Exactly. This may be our first definite contact with outer space, Tetro. And we can't risk blasting an innocent ship just because we let our imaginations run away with us.
No, I suppose you're right.
Cut the view screen, Jet. We can gauge its approach more easily on the radar scope.
Yes, sir.
For a friendly ship, this one certainly is coming in awfully fast. And it's heading right for our lab.
It's only about 200 miles out now, Captain. If that saucer does intend to blast us, we don't have much time to stop it.
You're taking an awful chance, Captain. You've no proof that thing is friendly either. Just one hydrogen bomb could blast this whole base right off the face of the Earth.
Relax, Tetro. Our radar guns are already tracking it.
Yeah, but if you wait for him to fire first, it could be too late.
Nevertheless, we'll wait.
Okay. But at the speed he's coming in, he doesn't intend to land at all. He intends to plow right through us.
Saucers probably land at high speeds, Tetro.
Unless they're full of explosives, then they just crash.
Activate the view screen, Jet.
Yes, sir.
Macro,
Yes, sir.
are your guns tracking that saucer?
Right on target, sir.
Better tell him to fire, Captain. That thing isn't slowing down. Can't risk the lives of the whole staff.
Macro.
Yes, sir.
Stand by to fire.
Right.
Hurry up, Captain, hurry up.
Wait a minute. It's going up again.
Yeah.
Hold your fire, Macro.
That's funny. It's blasting off into outer space again.
Wait a minute. It's coming back.
Yeah, probably taking better aim. Let him have it, Captain. Come on, let him have it.
Now it's going up again. It's coming back.
It's a trick. What kind of a game is this? He's trying to throw you, Captain. He's getting closer each time. Let him have it. Blast him! Let him have it, Captain! Well, I'll be a serrated vertical pulse.
I don't think he's coming back this time.
No, he must have seen our guns. Good work, Captain. You played it awfully close, but you scared him off.
Gee.
Cut the view screen, Jet.
Yes, sir.
Macro,
Yes, sir.
prepare the rocket ship for immediate blast off.
Yes, sir.
What did you say?
You heard me. We're going to follow that saucer. Look at your space gear. I'll meet you on board.
Well, then you mean that...
On the double.
Yes, sir.
Captain,
Yes?
could I go too?
Okay, Jet. Get your space gear. Check with Tetro.
Yes, sir.
Attention. All personnel. Clear the north field. Rocket ship blast off in 3 minutes. Attention. All personnel. Clear the north
chasing an unidentified saucer to who knows where. I've seen enough of those things during the past year without following them into space.
But we've never had such close contact with one before.
It was close enough for me, at least until we find out more about it.
Maybe now we can find out where they come from.
Yeah, if you don't care about getting back.
What do you mean?
Look, Jet, I don't trust those things. I've never seen who or what's inside of them. And neither has anyone else that I know of. Oh, I don't mind danger when I know what it is, but well, this is like jumping from the frying pan into the saucer.
All right, men. Close it up and clear the platform. See you when we get back.
You mean if we get back?
How does she look, Tetro?
Okay, sir. She's all checked out.
Good.
How do you know we'll ever be able to find that saucer again? She's probably 100,000 miles from here right now.
No, when I left the laboratory, she was still hovering on the edge of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, strap in.
Captain, how do we know that this isn't a trick? There might be a dozen saucers out there just waiting to pounce on us.
We can take care of ourselves if we have to. I think we're on the verge of an important discovery, Tetro. We can't afford to pass it up.
We can't afford to be blown to pieces either.
Relax. Clear the ground crew. All set here.
Take her away, Captain.
Right. Attention. Clear the rocket platform. Blast off in 60 seconds. Attention. Clear the rocket platform. Blast off in 60 seconds. Activate the video plate. See if we can pick up that saucer again.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
There it is. Golly, it seems to be almost waiting for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Okay, Captain. All clear.
Right. Airlock's closed.
Check, sir.
Cabin pressure stabilized.
Check, sir.
Trajectory set.
Check.
Power levels.
At peak, sir.
Set gyro and position control chambers for blast off.
Yes, sir.
Ready, Jet?
Ready, sir.
Tetro?
Yeah, let her go.
Stand by. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All secure. Refocus the video plate. See if you can pick up that saucer again.
There it is. Man, that thing's really moving.
Yeah. Now what do we do?
Set the same course and follow it.
Okay. But it looks to me like he's heading straight for the moon.
And we'll head straight for the same place.
Yes, sir.
How far away is the moon, Captain?
About 239,000 miles from Earth.
How far from Earth are we now?
A little over 1,000 miles.
Could I have a look at it?
Sure. Refocus the video plate toward Earth. There it is.
Man, I've never been out this far before.
We're getting farther out every second.
Captain, what would happen if our power gave out, the rocket suddenly quit, and we lost our velocity?
We'd fall back towards the Earth, Jet, but we'd never reach it. The ship would go into an orbit of its own and circle the Earth forever.
Forever?
That's right.
Golly, that's kind of a long time to be cooped up in one place.
You wouldn't have to worry about it very long.
What do you mean?
We only have enough oxygen for 72 hours.
Stand by, men. We're approaching the moon. And the saucer is landing right in the center of the Copernicus crater. Strap in and stand by to swing the ship. Okay? Main rockets up full.
This could be a trap, you know.
Down one half.
There may be a dozen saucers hidden in the crater just waiting for us.
Down 1/4. Check vertical angle.
Once you land on the moon, Captain, we may never get off again.
Down 1/8 and stand by. We're coming in. I made it.
Man, we're on the moon. We're actually on the moon.
Yeah. Let's just hope we can get off.
All for sure. Reposition controls. Activate the video plate. Let's have a look around.
Gee, look at that. There's a saucer. But nothing seems to be happening. It's just sitting there.
I can sit there from now on as far as I'm concerned.
Golly, it's sure quiet.
Yeah. Let's blast out of here, Captain. I don't like it. Well, what are we going to do? Just sit here watching it until our oxygen runs out?
No. Jet, give me a hand with my space gear. You keep your eye on that saucer.
Space gear? You mean you're going over to that thing?
Yes.
How noble can you get? Follow a strange saucer clear to the moon and then walk inside of it. I suppose you expect tea and crumpets or something, huh? No. That thing didn't lead us way up here for a little polite conversation. Captain, are you really going inside that saucer?
Yes.
Okay. Wait till I put on my gear and I'll go with you.
No, I'm going alone.
But you can't go inside that thing alone. You don't know what may be in there.
But I intend to find out.
Then I'm going with you.
And so am I.
Now look, I don't expect any trouble. But if there is, I don't want you two involved. You'll both remain aboard the ZX-99.
But Captain...
No but. That's an order. And if I fail to come out of that saucer within 15 minutes, you'll blast off for Earth without me. You'll find sealed orders in my desk. You can carry on from there. Okay, Jet.
Jet to 0. Over.
Apparently you're reading me all right. Now, when I leave the airlock, I'll go straight to the saucer. Keep track of me on the video plate and leave the transmitter open. Got that? Over.
We've got you, Captain. Over.
Ray gun. Okay, men. I'll see you when I get back. 0. Over and out.
Yes, sir. Jet, out.
There he goes. I only hope he gets back.
He'll get back. Somehow.
Well, let's see if we can pick him up on the video plate. Just say the word.
anything to know what's going on now.
Tetro to Zero. Is everything okay, Captain? Over. Tetro to Zero. Tetro to Zero. Come in, Captain. Over. Come in, Captain. Over. Captain!
Maybe the saucer cuts off the transmission.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing to do now but wait.
Welcome aboard, Captain Zero. I knew you would come. Please relax. It is not my purpose to harm you.
What is your purpose?
I will be brief, Captain Zero. For some time, we have been aware of your experiments in time and space. But the people of Earth are not yet ready for such advancement. We want you to join us on our planet and work with us for the good of the universe. You will find it much to your liking, Captain Zero, and arrangements have already been made. Now, if you will please sit down until the saucer is spaceborne.
No, I cannot go with you.
You are being most unwise, Captain Zero.
Where are you? Why don't you show yourself?
I am not in the saucer, Captain Zero. I am talking to you from another planet.
Which one?
Just remain in the saucer, and all your questions will be answered.
No, I'm sorry. As much as I'd like to join you, I must continue my work on Earth.
You do not realize what you are saying, Captain Zero. The planet Earth is not ready to join with other planets of the universe.
Then I'll wait until it is.
I could take off with you, Captain Zero, but I will wait until you are ready. Good luck in time and space, Captain Zero. Until we meet again.
Great job, Star Cadets! The Captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns!
Mission accomplished, Star Cadets. You've all served with valor and honor. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Captain Zero, and I, Captain Paxar, of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.